It is now a couple minutes past the hour. We'll go ahead and get started. Again, welcome everyone who joined the NetSuite Partner Spotlight Series featuring Merchant E. Spencer Claiborne is Meridian's Business Development Representative, and we'll go ahead and let him take it away.
Well, thanks so much, Jenny, and good morning, everybody. As was said, my name is Spencer Claiborne. I am a business development representative here at Meridian Business, and I'm very excited for today's Partner Spotlight Series. This is a monthly event series that we do to highlight the value proposition that we're able to provide to our customers to extend their NetSuite experience using additional solutions. We have extensive experience in the ERP world and have built quite a few relationships with wonderful partners like Merchant E. They're a payment processor that Matt will tell you all about, but that are built for NetSuite and really able to revolutionize your payments workflow within your single ERP system. Just a little bit quickly about Meridian Business. We're a business process consultancy that are experts in all phases of an ERP evolution. We're a NetSuite implementer. We revolutionize business processes using the NetSuite system, and we really take a partnership kind of white glove approach to making sure that we're not just providing you with a new piece of software and telling you to figure it out on your own, but taking the time to dive deep, work together, make sure that your ERP is able to save time and add value to your organization. If that's something that you are interested in, we would absolutely love to hear from you. So feel free to reach out. But with that, I'm going to hand it over to Matt Rizzo of Merchant E to tell us more about his solution. Take it away, Matt.
All right, great. Hey, thank you, Spencer. Thank you, Jenny. And just a quick thank you to Meridian for having us on today to present our payment solution for NetSuite. Also, a quick thank you to everyone who's joined us today. I hope that you find the content insightful and valuable. So before we get into the matters at hand, just want to do a quick agenda review. We'll just do some quick introductions from the Merchant E side. Speak to you a little bit about who Merchant E is and our history, what we offer, and then what's probably most exciting for the attendees of the call is we're going to be doing a live demonstration as well. So moving on, just a little bit about myself. So my name is Matt Rizzo. I am one of the relationship managers for NetSuite partnerships here at Merchant E. I work with companies such as Meridian Business to help navigate the complex world of payments, in addition to helping their customers who have payment acceptance requirements with our solution. We also work with Meridian to help them understand the payment landscape, how we continue to enhance our product offering, to increase efficiencies and reduce costs for our mutual customers. I also have with me today Trishelle Kallenbach. She is one of our senior solution engineers here at Merchant E. Trishelle has a wealth of knowledge around the NetSuite ERP and the payment functionality. Trishelle will be the one who is taking us through the live demonstration in just a little bit. So a little bit, like I said, about Merchant E. Merchant E has been operating for over 20 years now, with a general focus on delivering financial innovations for the complex needs of the mid-market B2B space. We are an end-to-end payment processing solution. And what that really just means, it allows us to control the complete workflow, and it allows us to extend and lower the cost of payment processing for our clients. And while B2B has historically been where our focus has been over the last few years, we have placed an emphasis on developing the same innovation to help businesses accept customer payments in the B2C space as well. An example of this is we have somewhat recently added additional enhancements by aligning with another NetSuite partner called InnateSync to develop a brand new point of sale solution with integrated card terminals for NetSuite. This solution is called Final POS. We work with InnateSync to help with the actual physical terminals, and our terminals sync to NetSuite. So all of your payment processing, whether it be done in NetSuite directly or having card present, will all be available in NetSuite for your accounting purposes. And so while we do offer comprehensive card present solutions, today's focus will be on our Suite Essentials bundle, which you see here on the right hand of your screen. So our Suite Essentials bundle is our full package for NetSuite. In addition to some of the payment feature items you'll see here, such as our link to pay or our automatic reconciliation bundle, it also comes with additional things such as our product and technical support, as well as additional reporting capabilities outside of NetSuite through our Business Hub platform. Oh, excuse me, I skipped around way too much there, guys. Okay. And so Merchant and NetSuite. So we have a long-standing relationship with NetSuite. We've been a partner of theirs for over 15 years. We are what they call a suite developer partner. And this allows us to build digital payment acceptance natively into the NetSuite ERP. So by being built for NetSuite, we empower our customers to accept credit card and ACH payments right within the platform. There's no need to leave or use third-party systems for your payment acceptance needs. This allows our customers to be more efficient in accepting those digital payments. So, like I said, credit card, ACH, but we don't want to forget like tokenization for saved cards on file, all PCI compliant. And what this does is allows us to help our customers reduce those days sales outstanding, as well as reduce some of those traditional manual collection efforts through, technology and efficiencies. Okay. And then, as I said, the focus today with the live demonstration is going to be on our Suite Essentials package. So Suite Essentials is our integration for NetSuite. Like I said, it's our package, and excuse me. This allows us to offer that seamless payment acceptance. As a leader in the space, we continually work to enhance and add additional functionality to the platform to offer the best possible experience for our customers. And so up next, we'll be demonstrating some of the longer standing features such as automated reconciliation and link to pay, but also some of our new features that we're very excited to now offer, such as auto pay, also known as recurring billing or subscription billing, as well as something that's becoming more prevalent in the industry in surcharging. And without any further delay, Trishelle, I'm going to pass it to you to begin the live demonstration.
All right, well, thank you. Okay, and then let me share my screen here.
Yeah, let me stop doing mine first.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so let me see. Let me get back here and let's just do this again. I want to go in. Nope, this is the one I want to share. Okay, so just making sure that I'm sharing the right screen here. Are you seeing my NetSuite?
Trishelle, you are no, we're seeing your Teams and your Outlook calendar right now.
Okay, that's what I was afraid of. Okay, so let's try that again. Let's try that one. There we go. That should be, now you should see my screen.
Yes,
see NetSuite?
Trishelle, we are all set.
Perfect. Okay. So as Matt was saying, we do have a lot of functions and features here in NetSuite. We're going to go ahead and start off with the invoices and having that link on an invoice. So I'm just going to create an invoice for you so that we can kind of see how this works. Okay, you'll have to bear with me while the system runs a little bit slow in Sandbox here. So.
And while you work that up, I would just add our Pay Now link, which is a great feature. It allows for that quicker collection on invoice by putting the power in the customer to easily apply payment. In addition to invoices, this link will also work on statements as well.
Yes. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just making sure I'm putting the link, the configuration on here. So then that way it will create that link for you. Just choosing my product. So basically everything that I'm doing on this invoice is all NetSuite functionality. The only thing that we have added to this outside of that native NetSuite functionality is this invoice link config. Other than that, the setting this up and how you create that invoice is all part of NetSuite. So once we've got that, our invoice set up here, we're just going to save this. And at the time that it's saving it, it is creating a link between NetSuite and this invoice and our hosted payments page. So once this is done, we can see here where it shows the actual link itself that was created. That would be this right here. Now, if we go in and we print this, so what your customers would see on that printed invoice is the link here that says, click here to pay now. Now, this is an HTML code that we put onto the NetSuite's advanced PDF HTML templates. So because it is an HTML code, you can make this look however you want. You can change it. We're just putting the basic link on here for you. Now, once your customers click on that link, it takes them to this hosted payments page. This hosted payments page, of course, would be customizable to your business. So it would have your link on here or your logo on here, and this would have your colors on here. So it's going to look more like your website instead of ours. But now your customers have the ability to set up an account where they can create a password. They would be able to store credit cards or ACH if you're processing ACH, or if they choose not to do either of those, they can just do a guest checkout. Now with this account does not have ACH on here, but for those merchants that do process ACH, once your customer either sets up or logs into their account or does the guest checkout, they will be taken to a page that will ask them if they want to pay by credit debit card or if they want to pay by bank account. Once they choose that, then they come to the page where they're going to enter in their information. Now, this application will allow you to set it up so that your customers can do a partial payment on an invoice or statement, whatever it is they're paying, or you can set it up to where they have to pay that full amount. For this particular demo, though, we're going to go ahead and we're going to run a credit card and see what this looks like. And 3-number security code. So once I've got this information entered in, we're just going to go ahead and continue on to the billing details. The billing details here do have to be filled in every time if they are checking out as a guest. If they are setting up an account, they only have to fill this in one time, and then the next time they come in, it will bypass this page for them. All right, and then we'll just continue on to checkout. Once they get here, you're just going to set up your time zone and then confirm that order. Now, once that order is confirmed, this is what your customers should see. This is basically just their confirmation. What they see here, this will be emailed to them as a receipt for payment. But if you pay attention to this transaction ID right here, we're going to see this in NetSuite right now. We do have a report in here that will show you every single transaction that goes through that link to pay. Whoops, wrong one. Let me try and get to the right report here. That's not what I wanted. Would help if I paid attention to what I was reading. Okay, this report, this shows you all pending transactions that are sitting out there that are waiting to be created within NetSuite. The script that we have set up will run every 15 minutes and it will create either the payment or it will tell you if that transaction failed and why. But you can see here we have 2 of them that are pending. If we go over to this view here, we can see in the raw details, as soon as this opens, we can see in the raw details down here, our transaction ID right here, and this should match what we've got over here. Okay, now with this, it will also tell you here is what they paid. Then it will also give you what their authorization code is. So you can see immediately that this has gone through. I am going to run this script for you now so we don't have to wait 15 minutes. So you can see what that does once that script runs. Okay. All right, so it will only take it a minute here to run this script. And what it's going to do is at the time that this script is running, it's going to create that payment record here in NetSuite for you. And it will mark that invoice as paid in full. So we'll go and we'll look at that here as soon as this is done. so that you can see that that is marked paid in full. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit longer than just that minute I thought. All right, so there we can see that that is complete. If I go back to my invoice, it's going to be marked as paid in full. All right, so here you can see that does show as paid in full. If I come back down here to my history tab, I can go in and it shows me which payment record was created for it, and it shows it's not deposited. I can go and look at this payment record. And when I get in here, I can go into my payment method here, and it has created that payment event for us. And it does have this PNREF number or transaction ID recorded here, and that should match this transaction ID right here. So that is the same payment. And so all we did was just click that link, and everything else has pretty much happened for you, just automatically. Okay, now that that is paid in full, let's take a look at how a transaction, or we can go in and look at how you can actually run transactions directly through NetSuite here. So we'll create another invoice, or better yet, let's just do it this way. I will do it a different way. We're going to actually go to customer payment, and we'll just pull an invoice off of a customer's account here. Make that a little bit easier so we don't have to create another invoice. And let's see, customer to pick on. Let's try this one. And this time we'll go ahead and we'll do this as an ACH payment, so you can kind of get an idea of how ACH works within NetSuite as well. Okay, so I'm just bringing up the account. I'm just going to choose which invoice that we're paying here. And then I'm going to go to my payment method. And on my payment method screen, I'm going to go to my payment option. Now, when I hit the drop down, I can see that there are credit cards and there are bank accounts that are associated to this particular customer record. If I do not see anything that is stored within this customer record, I'm going to choose new. Or if it's a new payment, I'm going to choose new. And that will bring us to our payment instrument screen here, where now we're going to choose what type of payment this is. And this one is going to be an ACH payment. So I'll change my type to ACH. And then I will set my payment method to ACH. We'll set our limit here. And then this is marked as preserve on file. Then we just have to put in our account number. And let's see if I get this right. And let's see, put in our routing number. What is our routing number? I don't even remember. We'll just do it this way because it doesn't really make any difference here. Okay, and then routing number. Okay, see how that goes. Yeah. Account owner name, then we're just going to put in a name here, and then the account type. Now this is very important. It's either going to be a checking account, a corporate checking account, or a savings account. So you do have to choose the type of account this is. We're going to put in here corporate checking account, and then you just have to save this. Once this is saved to the account, it brings you back here and everything is set up for you. So all you have to do then is make sure your handling mode is set to process. You want to choose your ACH authorization type, and that would be PPD as if it's a personal account, CCD if it's a corporate account, and telephone is just a one-time transaction. So we're going to set this up as CCD and then just save. And that will go through and get you go ahead and approve that. Now this one will most likely decline because I did put in an invalid account number. But we'll see what happens here. Okay, So once you've made that payment, that's pretty much all you have to do. And I did expect that because that is an invalid account. But anything that you do within NetSuite, any payments you make, whether it goes through the link to pay or whether you're paying it directly here in NetSuite, we have everything so that it groups to your undeposited funds account so that we can help you with reconciliation. So let's take a look at what that looks like here real quick. And within the undeposited account, you have the ability to go in and make those deposits. What we're going to do is we're going to take all of your transactions that you run and we're going to match them to batch numbers and deposit dates for you. So let's see, let's just pull this up here so you can see the transactions that we ran today. Okay, so you can see here, we've got our payment card token here. This was run today. So you can see that we have run transactions in here. Everything that you process during the day will automatically batch out at 9 p.m. Pacific time every night. So when you come in the next day after your transactions have settled to your account, you're going to see these columns here to the right filling in. So it will look something like this, where we're going to provide you that anticipated date of deposit, the settled amount, the batch number, and the settlement discrepancy. When we do the deposit, we will come back and fill in this deposit date. So when you're ready to reconcile, you will copy the batch number from this column for the merchantee settlement batch number, and you'll paste it up here into your filter box for merchantee settlement batch. Once you have got that in there, it will filter everything out but the transactions in that batch. You just have to select all. So your payments amount switches here from 0 to the total dollar amount of that batch or that deposit. And this amount should match exactly to what we deposit to your account on the date that we show here. Once that's done, you're just going to put in the date that you received the funds up here. Make sure this is the correct account for it to deposit to and save this, and that will do the deposit in NetSuite. What this does for you is then at the end of the month, when you get your bank statement, or if you have it already connected here to NetSuite, you're going to be able to match your deposits, deposit for deposit, date for date, with your bank statement, and just make that much easier for you to reconcile at the end of the month. Okay, so along with all of this, we do offer what is called the surcharging. With surcharging, that is something we do offer within NetSuite. So whenever you're running a payment in NetSuite, what it will do is it will add that percentage for the surcharge that you have set up to that payment. Of course, it will verify that that card qualifies as a credit card before it adds that payment. But then it just gets added into that transaction itself. We also offer recurring, and with that recurring, let's take a look at what we have here. And pull up one of our accounts. And with the recurring, what we have done is we have set this up so that you can do an onboarding registration with your customers. So you can just go into that customer record and do this register for recurring payment. And what this will do, this will allow you to send an email to your customer where they can enter in the card number that they want to use for that auto payment or that recurring payment. So we'll just put in the person who's sending this, and then you can just put in whoever the recipient of that email is. Now, all of this here that we are doing, this is all customizable. You guys would be creating the email that's actually attached to this. We would help you get the link onto that email so that your customers can go in and access that payment record to enter in their card number. And here is just an example of what that email could look like. So again, this would be something you guys would set up and put in here, whatever you want. We'll just help you get the link in here. So when your customers click that link, then that allows them to go in and set up their new payment option, their payment method that they want to use for that recurring or auto payment. So they can just choose payment card, and then they can enter in their card, or they can choose ACH and enter in their bank account information. Once they've agreed to your terms, they can submit that, and then all of this will then show in NetSuite under the payment instrument on their account. With this being in NetSuite under payment instrument, it will have that payment record marked as the one to use for recurring or auto pay. And that will be the one that will be used for every time you run that script for the auto pay. That auto pay or recurring is done through a saved search. And that is the basics of what we offer here within NetSuite.
Hey, Shishel, can you touch on invoice grouping?
Oh, invoice grouping. Yes, I can. Okay, so invoice grouping, we do offer that as well. And that is something that is offered in NetSuite. So your invoice grouping here is going to work exactly the way it does for NetSuite. So you would have to turn that feature on within your setup. And then once you have that feature turned on within your setup, in your customer records, you would have to have that customer set up for group invoices. And then once you have that, the customer set up for group invoices, when you go to create like a invoice or basically an invoice, it will have on that invoice itself, where did my invoice go, where you could mark that invoice to be grouped with set up so that it is grouped with other invoices, and it be right here. Where is it? Subsidiary. I know it's on here. I'm just not seeing it. For group invoices, where is it? I know there's a button on here and I'm just not seeing it.
Are you looking at the middle under sales information?
Yeah.
Bottom left of that.
Bottom left.
Subsidiary.
Right here at the terms, subsidiary. Yeah.
Oh, go down. There you go.
Right here. Oh, grouped invoices. No. Merchant, no. So it should have group invoices on here. Exchange rate subsidiary is right there. That's not what I want. So there should be a button in here and I don't know why I'm not seeing it. I think I'm blind today, but it should have on here so that this is part of a group invoice is basically what this is telling it. And why did somebody move this on me? Let's try it under billing. No, it's not there. Why am I not seeing that today? I am so sorry. Normally it's just right here and I think I am blind. Does this to me every now and again. But on here, there is a box in here that says is for grouped invoicing, basically is what that is. So then what that does for you is when you go back to any type of a payment record, and let's just go there so I can show you that. Under your transactions though, once you have your invoices set up to be grouped with other invoices, you can go into your sales and it would be group invoices here that you can go in and look at the list, and that will allow you to see which invoices are already grouped. It will also give you the ability to group certain invoices together. All right, so here are some of invoices that we have set up that are already set as grouped invoices. And basically all that's doing is that it's taking more than one invoice, 2 or 3, and it's creating one invoice for you so that your customer can pay all of those invoices at once. When those invoices are paid through that group invoice, it then splits out that payment between each of the invoices that was in that group. And this is part of your link, your invoice link. So you can send this out with the invoice link on there, and here's the link that would allow your customers then to pay that group of invoices at one time. And for those merchants that do like business to business processing, the good thing with this is it allows you to set the line level data for all invoices at once on that grouped invoice, so then you're qualifying for that better rate. And let's see, let's go back because this one was just one invoice. Let's see if we can pull up one of these other ones that actually had multiple invoices on it so you can see this. And I'm not sure. Nope, that just has one. That's the wrong one. But you will be able to see everything that you have in here for grouped invoices. This invoice itself is again a NetSuite functionality. And of course, you can always accept payment just directly from that grouped invoice. You don't just have to have the link on there. And then here you can see when I did that grouped invoices, it does take us and it does show us here's the group invoice right here, and this is the one that you would be paying. It also shows you all of the other groups that you have set up for grouped invoices. And when you see anything here where it has like the two same invoice numbers on there, those two are grouped together as one. So you would pay just one amount for those two. Okay. And that's the basics for your grouped invoicing. Just so that you can see when it comes to processing like any type of a business to business transaction, if we go in and we were to make the payment on this one, and I'm just going to choose a credit card that we have set up here so you can see what this looks like once it goes through. Oh, so let's run the transaction then. I do want to show you how you can see what it looks like with the business to business and that level 3 processing on here. We're going to choose Visa. Excuse me. So we'll put in our card real quick. And let's see our expiration date. And we're going to put in our street address and our zip code. And then we're going to go ahead and save this. Now, when I go in and I pay this, it will go through and it will mark, give us the line level data or the level 3 data for that business to business processing. And with these grouped invoices, what it does is because with NetSuite, NetSuite cannot take the individual items off of multiple invoices at once. What we do with this grouped invoice is we use each of the invoices that is in that group, and we use that as your line item detail for the level 3. So if we go back here and look at our details, you can see in here, down here in our raw request, where it's giving us that line item detail. So it will show each individual line item or invoice that's in that group as the line item and send that through so you guys qualify for those better rates. Okay. Any other questions there, Matt? Anything else you'd like to see?
No, I think that was pretty comprehensive. Appreciate you walking us through all that.
Yep.
I will
No problem.
take back the controls if that's okay.
There you go.
Yeah, so everyone, just the last thing I would add, so that current functionality, we're continually working on enhancements to some of the things that Trishelle has shown you. And so looking forward to this year, keep checking back because we're going to have additional enhancements around some of these features, such as additional functionality around surcharging to make that even more efficient and easier by incorporating that eventually into our Pay Now link as well. This way we can automatically apply set surcharging amounts if a customer chooses, say, credit card to pay with over the ACH option on there. And also please keep your ear to the ground. We'll also be releasing, if there's any folks out there who have international payment acceptance requirements, we're also working on additional enhancements there to allow for seamless international payment acceptance in currencies around the world. And so again, just thank everybody for joining us today, and huge shout out to Meridian for having us present our solution for NetSuite for you. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me directly at the contact information on the screen here if there's any questions. Also, Meridian will be posting a recording of this webinar to their website so you can watch it again at a later time. And now I'm going to go ahead and pass it back to the folks at Meridian and Spencer to wrap things up.
Well, thank you so much, Matt and Trishelle. This is a fantastic demo, and we have seen such success with your solution specifically, and the way that it is so closely integrated with NetSuite. It's not a it's not a, bolt on with a weird person in the, a weird service in the middle. It's directly in there, integrated into your business process workflows in a way that makes sense for you and your business. So just a quick note for everybody watching, coming up next month on April 20th, we're going to be hosting Celigo. They are a integration provider, integration solutions provider to connect your NetSuite information to a whole host of additional services to extend your platform, data in, data out. We're really looking forward to that. Please keep an eye on your email or our website for an RSVP link for that. We would love to see you there. I think there will be one more slide. Just a brief bit about Meridian. I touched on this at the outset. One of the that NetSuite is a wonderful product. We swear by it. We've been implementing it since 2005 at businesses large and small. But one of the things that really sets us apart at Meridian is that we really guide companies along their journey of business improvement. These systems, these processes, they can be complex, and we really help navigate that complexity, minimize risk, and really act as that one-stop shop to help you get to where you need to go. We have offices in Kansas City and Omaha, and have clients all across the country. So if you are interested in our services or in Merchant E's services, I think on our next slide, feel free to reach out to us, sales@meridianbusiness.com. We would love to hear from you. And thank you so much for your attendance today. We really appreciate it. Great. I think that's everything, guys.
All right. Well, thanks again, Spencer. Thanks again you all for having us on.
Of course. Take care. We'll have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.